Ladies and gentlemen, Season 4 is approaching, and potentially a brand new game mode, or two. We've already had confirmation of one in Elimination Chamber is coming to WWE SUPERCARD. But this is not a new event, and many people in SUPERCARD have wanted a brand new event for a long time. But what if WWE SUPERCARD were to introduce a brand new event mode with new ways to get new cards, ways to potentially get Season 1 and Season 2 images that you have never been able to obtain before, and a way to utilize something that is incredibly popular in the WWE universe? Well, today we're going to have a look at WWE SUPERCARD Draft Mode. Before we get into this, if you like what you see in the upload, smash the like button, turn on your subscriptions, and turn on your notifications with the biggest possible leg drop, Hulk Hogan style. I shouldn't have said Hulk Hogan. Probably going to get cease and desisted now. And it takes advantage of one of the biggest concerns in WWE SUPERCARD's community inside the game, is that for the last effectively year, we have had Ring Domination, Road to Glory, Ring Domination, Road to Glory. It's been regular, it's been consistently the same, and people want change. Team Battleground mode is probably one of the most popular parts of SUPERCARD. Even if the rewards maybe aren't as lucrative as they used to be, it's still a great way to obtain brand new cards. So what if you took that and made it a single player event instead? This is something that's been in my head for a long time. WWE Draft Mode. This is going to first of all go into Season 4. You're going to come up to the events page. You're going to see Ring Domination, Road to Glory, and then you're going to see WWE Draft, which obviously takes advantage of the most recent Raw and SmackDown, not only the draft, but also the Superstar Shakeups as well. And this would be an event where you choose a squad very similar to FIFA Ultimate Team. Once you are inside draft mode, you will see you have got yourself an entire deck to choose from. You get 6 cards like you would in Team Battleground, Wild Mode, or any other mode apart from Road to Glory and Ring Domination, and possibly Elimination Chamber, but we don't know for sure yet. Second you go into draft mode, you are given a very straightforward choice. Do you want to align with SmackDown, or do you want to align with Raw? Now, you will go up against anyone else who has chosen Raw. If you're on SmackDown, if you're on Raw, you'll go up against anyone else who's on SmackDown Live. It's PvP, so it's player versus player, live ranked gameplay, and you are split into 10 leagues. And these are completely randomly assorted, and the top 500 players for each league would then get the best possible reward for the game. But that's not where it ends, and it combines elements of Team Battleground. So we are going to choose SmackDown Live. We want to be part of the A show, the real A show. Might not get the same ratings, may not be 3 hours, but we've got the best show. Well, maybe. And you get to choose these cards from the top, which is Titan, down to WrestleMania 33. You will get choices. Some will be rarer cards, sometimes you'll get not so great cards, and it's your job as the user to choose the best deck for you. So for example, you may not get the best possible deck, but what you will have is taggable tag teams, or potentially a fusion, which if you used that on its own would beat pretty much anyone else's normal SummerSlam 17 or Beast cards. So you get to choose one of 5 cards for every single slot. See here we've got a choice of several different SummerSlam 17 cards, and then we do have the WrestleMania AJ Styles. So obviously you're probably not going to pick the AJ Styles because there is a right arrow Bobby Roode, which would tag very nicely with one of the other cards you got there. You could also see a Monster, Charlotte, and AJ Styles down there, which are already chosen for the team. You probably wouldn't go for choosing Alexa Bliss because she doesn't tag with Charlotte. Now, once you've chosen your team, you can also apply an avatar, which is completely different to the normal avatar you would see in WWE SUPERCARD. So for example, you can see here that I have chosen The Miz, 2 of The Miz. I've got a Beast Roman Reigns and a Beast Charlotte, as well as the Money in the Bank Natalya. And I've chosen Jeff Hardy to give me a much needed tag for SummerSlam 17 Miz's. But I'm also facing Cat Daddy. Well, that's nothing new. Jokes. So I've got my deck. I'm now going to go up against, and I have 5 bouts. Obviously the standard bout system works. There's no titles, so you don't have to spend on titles. One other unique thing about this game mode, as you will see from the bars underneath, is you do not use any kind of charges for this game mode. It's very similar to endurance mode if you have seen it in NHL SUPERCARD, but you do not have to purchase, if you don't want to, the charges. You can earn those simply by pulling cards off the board. Yes, you heard me right, simply by pulling cards off of the board. So to explain myself there a bit more, so you understand where I'm coming from, you pull a common card off the board, that would probably get 2 levels. But you are leveling the cards up to their absolute maximum. So you have to train those cards up. And over time, those cards will lose energy. So it keeps a competitive atmosphere. Now, maybe they won't be as high as maybe their full levels. But the idea is to make the cards you're pulling off the board worth more than just straightforward training fodder, and means that people will hold on to the best cards in their card catalogue. Which means, for example, a SummerSlam 17 card could train up a Beast card straight the way up to 60, and then over the course of 10 to 20 matches, that would then gradually come down. There will be an option for you to recharge your cards, or you can buy packs to be able to do that. Maybe even buy draft token packs that are specifically set up for energizing. But this way, you are not necessarily having to spend any money on this game mode apart from bout, or just using adverts to get yourself the next free bout. But the reason why you'd want to pay a close attention to draft mode as an event is simply because you can get some pretty incredible rewards from it. Not only do you have the standard rewards for playing the game mode, reaching the top 500, etc, 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 you also have a draft token store. For every single match you win, not only will you get points for winning, you'll also receive draft tokens. And this draft token store would allow you to purchase old school images and potentially cards that you don't have yet, and those will refresh every single month, and with some exclusive cards popping up every so often for a very high cost. Again, think Team Battleground with the amount of Team Battleground points that people would have and the tokens you'd have in draft mode. If you was to get yourself quite a few, you could just spend it and splurge it all on old Season 2 and Season 1 card images, and this could be a great way of people catching up but not necessarily being able to dominate everyone, because you would have to play and probably invest quite heavily in this game mode for you to get all of the images, and a lot of those players probably have been playing since Season 1 anyway and would have most of the images. But let's say you want the Halloween Jinder Mahal, the Halloween Jeff Hardy, which were only available for a very brief period of time. Maybe they could release old school PCC images that never made the grade, such as Bret Hart, such as Xavier Woods. Release those into the wild. Maybe allow you to have those images available. And you can see one of the bigger prizes down there is a Monster Braun Strowman. So you can use this method. If you can get 6,500 draft tokens, you can use it on legacy cards, you can use it on Season 3, Season 4, Season 2 cards. You might want to get yourself that Braun Strowman, which is double the price of a SummerSlam 17 card, because it is just so much better and so much more useful with Season 4 around. So let's just say we got ourselves the event card. We're going to go into our card catalogue for the new Season 4, and you can see the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, sitting there already waiting for us, locked in with some other awesome cards standing by. Very similar, but one thing that's probably definitely coming with Season 4 is an increased card total. So this would have 325 cards, so you can keep some of your old school cards from Season 2, Season 1, and Season 4. Once you've chosen a brand, you'd also have this front screen where you can check your rankings, you can go to your team, go to the store where you can check in your draft tokens to potentially win some very awesome old school cards or card backs that are now no longer in the game, and hit up the reward section to find out who is the reward or what the rewards are a la PCC mode. In my opinion, this satisfies the hunger for people who are very adamant on having PCC back in WWE SUPERCARD, whilst also giving people something new to play and something that's similar to probably the most played game mode in the entirety of WWE SUPERCARD Team Battleground. You could even go for maybe just images with random stats, so you can just have standard statted cards like we've got here with this Bobby Roode, with AJ Styles, with that image that they missed out in Season 3. I hope they include it in Season 4, and the two Charlottes there. Maybe they could go along with that instead of going along with standard cards. Maybe the images are just transferred onto these brand new cards, these special SmackDown versus Raw cards. I do have to give huge props to Napoli Fan, my favourite man from Naples, who has designed all of the awesome stuff you have just seen with my guidance. I've had this as an idea in my head for a long time, and I hope the SUPERCARD either puts it in a new event or listens to this concept and maybe puts it in the game in the future. So let me know what you all think in the comment section below. This has been SUPERZOMGBBQ. This has been WWE SUPERCARD Draft Mode for Season 4. A concept that could become a reality by the end of November. But until next time, let me know what your thoughts are. Comment section below. Make sure to hit me up on Twitter with any other designs or concepts that you have in mind, and maybe we can make them a reality in the future. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications with the biggest possible Hulk Hogan leg drop. Sorry, cease and desist again. And one last thing, and that is to